Next, we will hear from someone who is kind and thoughtful, intelligent, and a good friend to all. Our student speaker, Jason Peak.
Before I begin, I would like to thank Ms. Engelbrecht and Olivia Koo for helping me prepare this speech for you all today. Sometimes, I feel like we didn't get to experience high school. Sure, we had our cringy freshman year and the majority of our sophomore year. And hey, we were able to come back for senior year. But I can't move past this feeling that there's a missing chapter from a well-written book. I'm sure you remember how you felt when school first announced that we would have 3 weeks off. Wait, this is going to be so exciting. We'll just be able to relax and have some fun and... oh, we have to go to virtual classes now. Bet you that'll never get old. I understand that many of us would rather just forget this whole experience, but I would like to take a moment and reflect. If you were to ask me what I did during the first semester of junior year, I would not be able to tell you. Well, I would tell you that I wrote some essays, did some calculus, spent a boatload of time talking to friends on Discord, and watching way too much TikTok. Like way too much. But the whole thing felt like a blur. There was no structure, no routine, nothing of note from an otherwise repetitive life. We were expected to turn on our cameras, unmute during class, and use Wednesday as a work day instead of a ski day. COVID repeatedly denied us the right to experience our last years before growing up, and instead what we got was a masked, pixelated version of what should have been. But during all of this, there was this feeling, this urge, this need to do something, a need to change something. I chose to harness this feeling, and from it, I was able to better start understanding myself and the world around me. And I know I'm not the only one. We all had a moment, big or small, where we realized our limits, and knowing or unknowing, that was the moment we grew up. That is the thing that will forever distinguish our generation from the next. Quarantine was the break that we needed to take a step back and realize what is and isn't important to us. It allowed us to distinguish between what we wanted and what others wanted from us. Quarantine allowed me to realize that I don't like coming home from school just to spend the rest of the evening doing homework. I realized that there is such a thing as too much Reddit. I realized that the things that keep us going are the people we get to spend our time with. These realizations, while small in scope, are already having massive impacts on our values, beliefs, and actions. This new perspective gives us the opportunity to make real change in the world that we are about to inherit. As we leave for high school, we face many challenges. Gender equality, worker rights, LGBTQ rights, racial discrimination, a world where it's getting even harder to get by, a world that's literally on fire. Many of these issues have been around longer than us, but I think we're ready to take them on. We are the ones who can work through these challenges. We are the ones who can take charge. We are the ones who can make a difference, not just to survive, but to live and to thrive. And we will. All that said, let's take a moment to recognize the people who have helped us get here. To our teachers and instructional assistants, we thank you. You have impacted us in more ways than we will ever know, and we appreciate you more than we may sometimes express. To our coaches, mentors, directors, and club sponsors, we thank you. It's through your programs that we learn about ourselves and the people around us. To the administration, counselors, librarians, we thank you. You provide us with the tools to succeed and navigate in high school and beyond. And to our parents and parental fingers, we thank you for paying for our Wi-Fi. But more importantly, thank you, because you guys are the biggest reason that we are able to stand here today. And to the students who could not be here with us today, we thank you. Sophia Feldman and Josh Miko, you enriched our lives and will not be forgotten. And lastly, to my fellow graduates, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me through thick and thin, and thank you for making an incomplete book feel whole. Congratulations, class of 2022. Let's go start a new chapter in the book of life. Thank you.